This podcast is produced by the Fireside Chat Club of Canada.
Hi!
I hate doing these. Don't get me wrong, it's not a matter of not wanting to do them. It's a matter of us who are younger, although my arthritis would beg to differ, who watch as those who entertained us and made us laugh slowly drift away. That 7/10 of a second high that you heard off the top is Canada's own Catherine O'Hara, who passed away on Friday, January 30th. I've got all sorts of memories coming up of Catherine O'Hara, but let's get the facts down first. Catherine O'Hara was born March 4th, 1954 in Toronto to a Catholic family of Irish descent. She grew up the sixth of seven children and was an elder sister of musician and actress Mary Margaret O'Hara. She graduated from Burnhamthorpe Collegiate Institute in Etobicoke in 1974, where she was taught by future and present Mississauga Mayor Carolyn Parrish. In 1974, the Second City comedy troupe opened its first Canadian location in Toronto at the Old Fire Hall. That was a pivotal moment that set the stage for the launch of the famous sketch comedy show SCTV. The Toronto troupe in 1974 featured a legendary cast. Many of those became household names. This is how it all began for Catherine in Toronto, where her older brother, Marcus, was dating Gilda Radner. Now, Gilda was in the Toronto production of Godspell with Eugene Levy and Martin Short, a couple of other names you might recognize. Catherine said it was really watching Gilda when she realized I'd always liked acting in school, and it was actually a possibility now. It was then that she got into Second City Theatre. She got in because she was a waitress in the club. But she says it was like I was stalking Gilda. She watched her and she learned from her, and when Gilda moved on to get a job with the National Lampoon, another troupe, Catherine took her spot. She had actually been her understudy for a while, but now she got to join the cast, and Eugene was in it. She says it was really just the luck of having a professional group of actors suddenly in my life. So already, I'm only a few minutes in here, but I've already mentioned Eugene Levy a couple of times. When did she meet him? Well, I'd mentioned that her brother was dating Gilda Radner. Now, Gilda had secured a role in the Toronto production of Godspell. And in that cast, yeah, you talk about a loaded cast here. We have Martin Short. He was born in Hamilton. Eugene Levy, Hamilton. Andrea Martin, who is sort of an adopted or a transplanted American. She was born in Portland, Maine. We have Gilda Radner, who was born in Detroit, and the star of the show Godspell, who played Jesus, was Victor Garber, and he was from London, Ontario. Oh, wait a second. Now that was the acting cast, but the band in Godspell Also had a familiar name, Paul Schaefer. Yes, David Letterman's musical director, Paul Schaefer, was part of that group, and he was from Thunder Bay. So, as I said, O'Hara, she started working as a waitress at the Second City and also in Kochek. But Gilda, she moved on. First, I mentioned National Lampoon, and then to Saturday Night Live in 1974. Well, the show premiered 75, but, you had to... Lorne Michaels was setting all that up, and I guess he wanted to make sure it was just right. So here we have Catherine. She immediately took on all the parts that Gilda had created, and she took to it so quickly. She got the roles of listening, how to build a scene and develop it. And, well, of course, in improvisation, you got to make your partner look good. Well, she wasted no time at all. From there, that was Toronto Theatre, but her first on-screen television credit was on the Wayne and Schuster show back in 1975 when she was 21. And her credit was Kathy O'Hara. Well, that show, Wayne and Schuster in 75, well, it was shows like that led to the creation of Saturday Night Live, SCTV, and all types like that. She did many things back then. As I say, SCTV, she did TV movies, music videos. Yeah. She was part of the chorus in the Canadian famine relief video, Tears Are Not Enough, in 1985. I'll post a link, in the usual place at my website, warpole.ca, WHORPOLE.ca, and I'll also post a pic of her singing in the chorus, surrounded by just all sorts of her Second City family. Ironically, the one person who can't really be seen in the picture, although I will point him out, was Eugene Levy. Yes. Moving on, she's done theater, she's done television, and she's done TV movies. Now, here's the movie that arguably brought her to the attention of a worldwide audience, and that was Beetlejuice in 1988, where she played the mother of Winona Ryder, Delia Dietz. Of course, that's what took the roller coaster to the apex of the hill, and when the ride really began. 1990, we have Home Alone, where she played the mother. In fact, Macaulay Culkin, to this day, he still calls her mom. Check out, there's his tribute to her that I read the other day. Wow, it was emotional, to say the least. 1993, we have The Nightmare Before Christmas, where she played Sally. And just to let you know, I'm only hitting the highlights here. She, in between each one of these dates, is at the very least a dozen other projects. 2003, one is a little, maybe off the beaten path, but a movie called A Mighty Wind. And that was with her lifetime, quote, movie husband. Yeah, Eugene Levy. She did multiple voices for animated movies, Chicken Little, Over the Hedge, Monster House, and that was around 2005, 2006. In 2012, we have Frankenweenie. Always get a kick out of that name. 2019 version of The Addams Family. She played Grandma Frump. And quite possibly. I mean, she was sort of known for not really wanting to pick her favorite. She loved it all, and but I have to say things sort of culminated at this point in around 2015. For 6 years, she played the inimitable Moira Rose in the Dan and Eugene Levy produced, there's that name again, Schitt's Creek. And that actually sat as a hidden jewel for CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, for most of its existence. It was on Pop TV in the U.S. To begin with, since its inception, but I honestly believe that it didn't gain traction because of the homonymic nature of its title. Major U.S. networks, I always recalled this and just shook my head. Major U.S. networks would often bleep the first word because it sounded bad. Schitt's Creek. Blank Creek. Really? It's just making it more obvious. So, 6 years of Schitt's Creek, and then COVID hit. People stayed at home and watched television. Then people discovered the show. You know, it's like the story of someone saying, "Did you know that Paul McCartney was in a group before Wings?" or Coolio sampling the riff from Stevie Wonder's Pastime Paradise. And making Gangster's Paradise. Well, okay, let's group of three here, rule of three. Weird Al Yankovic created the parody of both of those, Amish Paradise. You know, people were actually talking about this, quote, new show they discovered. Us Canadians just sat back and said, yeah, we know. See, the sixth and final season of the show, 2020. Oh, gee, it was nominated for 15 Primetime Emmy Awards. That broke the record for the most Emmy nominations given to a comedy series in its final season. Let's see, those Emmy Awards, the 72nd Primetime Emmys. It was the first ever comedy or drama series to sweep the 4 acting categories: Outstanding Lead Actor, Lead Actress, Supporting Actor, Supporting Actress. It also won for Outstanding Comedy Series, Outstanding Directing for a Comedy Series, Outstanding Contemporary Costumes, and Outstanding Casting for a Comedy Series. I'll give you one guess as to who got the Outstanding Lead Actress in that. Yes, every scene for Catherine as Moira Rose is worthy of those awards. But every scene was a master class in presentation, improvisation, and absolute over-the-top acting. I'm going to link a few things where the usual places. Honestly, I'd love to play them within the show. My favorite of her bits from Schitt's Creek was this one for it was a winery commercial. Listen all the way through. Listen close to the end. Okay, let's just be serious. You're going to have to listen several times because you won't stop laughing. Now, I've mentioned a lot of Catherine's accomplishments through the years, but there are a couple of things that you should check out that she's been in. There's the TV series The Last of Us. You can probably catch that on Prime TV. And there was another show that she was working on very recently called a TV series called The Studio. And that's through Apple TV. She's in 10 episodes of that. So please, do yourself a favor and check those out. Now, while this was not the cause, before her death, Catherine had actually revealed that she had a rare medical condition, and my Latin is not good, but situs inversus. That's actually a rare, usually inherited, it's a congenital condition where the major organs in the chest and abdomen are flipped to a mirror image position where they normally are. One name that I have not mentioned in this tribute to Catherine is John Candy. 32 years ago, Catherine delivered the eulogy at his memorial. Now, there are things that you don't wish for, but the ceremony for Catherine will be one for the ages. Fun fact, it was John Candy who hired Catherine for that Second City touring company 52 years ago, back in 1974. And now she's sitting with him, chatting, and he's likely giving her notes on his eulogy. And there you have it. There is the circle. I will miss you, Catherine. Thankfully, we have a wealth of recordings of you, your comedy, your drama, and your laugh. Canada, as I see it, is a production of the Fireside Chat Club of Canada. Thank you for listening, everyone, and I'll chat with you again next week.